alive in New York City at January 6th, too, and it didn't even happen. It didn't even happen.
Yeah, what happened today? I was at work, but like based on Twitter,
he went to court and he left, and that was it, and nothing happened.
Yeah,
Surprisingly.
he flew in. He landed at LaGuardia. LaGuardia.
Bro, none of those fucking fans are going to New York City.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They're not going to New York City to get fucking tear gassed the second they walk in with their flags and shit.
I think they kind of learned their lesson from Jan 6 and also from the Ottawa thing, where the truckers came into Ottawa, and that's just not their home turf. So they're going to start taking attrition if they stay there long enough. They don't have the supply lines to get the stuff in.
That one's really funny because they're like, man, what am I going to charge my truck? And it's like, you came here.
No one asked you
They
to come
didn't think
here.
it through. They just didn't think it through.
most of the vaccine mandates were done at that point. Like when they were doing the whole trucker rally, like I didn't have to wear a mask going into a grocery store. Like you could eat at any restaurant without a vaccine. It was like pretty much back to normal except for maybe international travel. But like Canada got rid of those regulations coming back into Canada before the United States did. So they should be driving to Washington, but they wouldn't have been allowed to because they weren't vaxxed.
Well, they want everyone to go to jail retroactively. They want, like anyone who lost a job or anyone who had anything bad happen because of COVID restrictions, everyone who put the restrictions in effect, they have to be executed.
Well, and even like most of the places that I know of that like where like you need to get vaccinated or like you can't work here, like if it's just like an office job or whatever, you could just be like, oh, I have a religious exemption, and they'll just be like, well, we can't actually question you. So
there was some stuff with like truckers that were driving between Canada and the US that they were given exemptions at first and then that was taken away or something, which made people lose some jobs that they were up in arms about. But like,
if you go between countries.
Well, they were getting the lot lizard sick.
Oh no!
Oh no, the lizards.
Yeah,
the lot lizards and their rocks.
The lot lizards, actually, they had to go into a conservational effort to save them. They're all picked up and brought to Florida for a while.
Yeah, they got them a sun lamp and some crickets, and they're good now.
Some trucker cock to suck.
Anytime you go to another country, you have to have your vaccines. Like, when has that ever not been the case?
Well, it shouldn't have to be for these people. They should be allowed to die and spread diseases to all of us.
If you're going to Africa, you have to get like they put like a 6-inch wide needle in your stomach for malaria or whatever.
And that's just to fucking travel there for vacation.
And in the military. There's so many guys who are in the military. And they got the 20 shots to go to Iraq, and they come back, and now they're mad about the COVID vaccine.
My dad's obviously like not anti-vax. He's a fucking nurse practitioner, but he has like so many scars from the old ways they did all those vaccines, like the smallpox one and stuff, where it looks like they just took an ice cream baller and took skin out of you. And like that's how it used to be for everybody born back then. And now they're like, "Don't, this shit fucks you up." And it's like, that fucked you up. I can see it. I put a golf ball in your arm.
My grandfather had like a mortal fear of doctors. Like he had a phobia. And he says this because when he was in the army, like last name started with like it was near the end of the alphabet. And so he always had to get his shots last and they just fucking reuse needles. So by the time it got to him at W, it was like, fuck, it hurts too much. And so he just let himself get cancer and die.
If you ever look at that microscopic picture of a needle used even like 5 times, it's so fucked. The end of it's all like jagged and fucking, it's nasty. It's all flat. You're just trying to shove like a flat thing into your skin.
Well, did they sterilize the needle at least?
I don't know. I wasn't around back then.
I hope so. I hope they weren't just giving everyone Hep A, B, and C.
No, they dipped it in beer.
A little bit of vodka will sterilize anything. No, it's just all sticky.
Wait.
We were dipping the needles in O'Doul's. No!
It was Bud Light, and so it was high in estrogen.
Yeah, it was
soy now. Yeah.
If they shot me up with Bud Light, I would I'm not a Wookiee, but I would read.
It's so easy to get those people mad about stuff.
Yeah, of course.
It's so facile, just saying Bud Light, it's gay now.
Yeah.
And they freak out.
Well,
and they say Bud Light, and they get all of it trending, and then they get to do news stories about it, and then the backlash to the stories, and then it's free advertising for Bud Light. It's so easy.
It is so easy, and those guys buy it anyways. They're not going to not
awesome,
buy
though?
it.
There's a real life Kurt from Glee's dad who was like the plumber type from Lima, Ohio, and he was God, I forget that guy's name, but he was on other shit too. He was on not Grounded for Life, one of those fucking shows that was syndicated on like 8 channels, but he was like the dad on there too, just very dad like guy. But there's gonna be so many real life versions of that guy. Like blue collar plumber with the gayest son on earth. That's like the theater kid. It's like, damn, I'm buying a fuckload of Bud Light to support this fucking shit. This is awesome. I don't give a shit. I'll buy more of it. Actually, honey, I'm drinking today. I don't care.
What's funny is when the guys who went to college and now they're conservatives, they're like the bow tie conservatives, they can't resist saying Bud Light, well, that's crap.
Yeah.
That's stupid crap, but also the people who drink it are good because they support my radio show.
I was about to say,
it's also crap.
There was a lot of replies because Kid Rock posted that video where he bought like a bunch of cases of Bud Light and then shot it all up with a gun.
It's so fucking stupid.
You had like Jake Shields, the MMA guy, who's just like a moron, and he was just replying, well, Bud Light's crap anyway. You should be drinking that piss water. It's like, awesome, dude.
Him and Melanie Mack were fighting the other day too.
Yeah, I believe it.
Wait, who? Jake Shields and Melanie Mack?
Yeah. Or she was replying to him. It was something about. She talks about this like conflict between kind of the Christian trad vision of stuff and then the sex trafficker pickup artist vision of stuff.
Yeah.
Where they want to be fucking all these bitches and then throwing them away. And then Melanie Mack, like at least for the sake of her guys, she wants to be like, women want a really nice guy who brings them flowers and she stays with him and it's very nice and romantic. I don't know. It's like they're pitching this stuff to two different demographics where some of the guys want to be like Andrew Tate and they want to go sex traffic women in Russia.
Yeah.
And then other people are like, I want to get down on one knee with a rose and like do like Gone with the Wind
I've been
shit.
Courting you as a friend, a close friend for months, and now I'm ready to move it on to
that
the
kind of
next
shit.
step.
But both of them are complete fantasies, but it's two different brands.
I
of the
hope
same
Melanie
bullshit.
Mack's getting fucked.
She's not.
I hope there's a secret guy back there.
No, she's not. She's
leading
not.
on all these guys.
I don't think she's capable of creating moisture. So I've seen.
Well, that's why Chet isn't here today. He's on a service appointment with Melanie Mack.
Well, when you can't make moisture, what do you need?
Butter.
You need lube.
Butter.
Oh,
And that brings us to some sad news.
We just need a
tragic, really.
It's a hard. We took it real hard yesterday.
Yeah, could we maybe get some like violin music in the background?
Friend of the show, Amber A. Lee Lovedoll.
Kissinger.
Amber A. Lee Lovedoll Kissinger.
A-Lee stands for... I was thinking AL, and I was like, oh yeah, the A-Lee stands for A Lovedoll, but that doesn't even make sense.
That's right.
But he first posted on his YouTube page, and he said, breaking news, Amber Lovedoll Kissinger has some sad news. She found out last Tuesday on March 28th that she has advanced heart disease.
AHD, my grandpa died from that shit.
Vinny took it very hard and promised Amber that he would give her the best days of her life before it is time for her to go into a better place. More information is coming soon when we get the time.
God damn it. So sad.
And then he posted on Instagram, family and friends plus fans around the world, I have some heartbreaking news. It is very hard for me to reveal that I have advanced heart disease, in quotes. March 28th, 2023 was when I found out. Originally it said May, so it was predated. And I didn't say anything about it till today. I have only a few months to live. I am not all the way sad because this man, Vinnie Mac 1987, gave me a life, and without him, I wouldn't be anything at all. This man made my dreams come true, gave me some much love, and took great care of me, and blessed to be his wife, girlfriend, and best friend. I loved every memory, moment, video, and photography we done together. I would always remember the dates we had together and spend time at home. Vinny, I will love you always and forever. Our love is like the wind. You know you can't see it, but you will feel it. Thank you for everything. Fans, revisit all the moments and memories that we share together and keep spreading the love. Everyone deserves to be loved. Please, when the time comes, I will miss you and I love you. Please comment below of your favorite memories or moments about Vinny and myself. I would very appreciate it. Thanks for allowing me to entertain and spread the love worldwide.
He's posted a couple times about it. And the latest one he posted on Facebook was 30 minutes ago. And it's a shout out to him. And he's tagging his Vinnie Mac Instagram page and telling everyone to follow him there. So I don't know if he's like doing like a promotion trying to get, I see Amber has all these followers.
I'm wondering something if he's going to replace her, but he's like, might as well try to get these followers. They might not want to follow me if she goes away because they just think she's hot.
Yeah. Exactly.
There is a comment asking on that one where he's wearing the Spirit Halloween hockey jersey and standing in front of some trees.
One of his classic skins.
But they asked, "Do you think Vinny will find another love after you're gone?" And Amber replies, "In time, leave it up to him." So maybe there's something in the works. But what's our theory as to why she's dying?
Even
I think
before any of
there's a
this,
few, like,
even before any of this popped up, I said the other night on our stream that he is so fucking sick of fucking that doll.
Yeah.
He keeps talking about human women and all of his newest shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And
yeah.
he's taken her just about everywhere he can legally. Like he's gone to all the parks. He took her to the bowling alley.
A movie.
He kind of the movie. He took her to all the places he could, and it's not really thrilling anymore. And also, I don't know. It could be a plot point for the movie.
I was also thinking that.
I watched the first 3 parts, and literally nothing happens whatsoever. It's just him pushing her through the park again. So it's not.
Look at this guy spoiling the movie.
Jesus Christ.
Here's my other theory, and this is the funniest one, I think. He's already planning on getting a new doll that he's probably already picked out with his tax return, which is soon.
That would be cool.
And Amber will be going to Brad, which, would be the best outcome.
But no, she's dying.
No, but new.
She would. I don't think.
New
like,
wig though.
New wig, yeah, exactly.
New wig, and they would change the eye colors with a marker.
That would be interesting.
What I'm thinking.
Give her some tattoos with a Sharpie.
So he might be doing the tax return thing, because I was also thinking, okay, he took out a lot of money in his student loans, and that's why he was like buying all this shit and going everywhere. That's how he afforded a new car. But
his $100 shopping spree.
Yeah, well, that was pre-college.
He had to be paying for school though. If he got
no. You can take as much. You can take a lot of money out. He's not. He did not go to college, so he can take out a lot of money. And once again, as we see with our system, they don't care, because they're going to be like, well, you owe us $50,000 now, so you can get money to live off of, right? So you can take out a bunch, and he did that. I don't know if he has money left over from that, and he's not in school anymore. He doesn't know if he graduated or not, but the people living at his grandma's house got something in the mail. So
yeah, he somehow, that was really puzzling me, that he graduated from college, which he started 2 years ago.
Yeah,
college in quotes, for-profit broadcasting college with a certificate or something.
Yes.
And 2 years ago, he was living in the apartment that he's in now.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow he gave them his grandma's address.
That's the address that was on his ID, is my guess, and it's the only address he's memorized. He has not memorized his own apartment.
You gotta get a new ID. That was like 8 years ago that he moved out.
But my guess is, I don't think he's getting a new doll. I think he's tired of fucking the doll.
Yeah.
I think the doll is kind of broken, and he's going to take her and just put her in the dumpster, like all body and all. And so for a week, everybody's
going to go the way of his father.
I was going to say, this is, it reminded me of one of my favorite stories. This is October 10th, 2007. This is from the today.com, the Today Show's website, 2007. He may be notorious for his pervy ways with the ladies, but according to a story in the New York Daily News, Charlie Sheen's preferences aren't limited to the real article. Rush and Malloy report that the actor once proudly owned a $6,000 full-size and anatomically correct cheerleader doll. Apparently, Charlie didn't see anything wrong with his latex lady. Insider told the publication that he even brought her along to Spin City set back in the day. But all that changed when Charlie offered a couple of real live women the chance for a foursome with him and his inanimate pal. They couldn't stop laughing at him, the source told the Daily News. Charlie got so mad that he ran the girls out of the house. Then he took a meat cleaver and chopped off one of the girl's hands, the doll's hands off. He and his bodyguard tried to dispose of it like it was a real body. They wrapped it in a blanket and drove it around in the middle of the night till they found a dumpster. But was it really rejection that made the former escort agency serial client go axe murder on his cheer squad reject, or ribbing from his friends that the doll bore a striking spelled wrong, striking resemblance to ex Denise Richards? Great article.
I think
Charlie Sheen, something's up with that guy.
Yeah, I think
he might be a little bit crazy.
He's got tiger's blood, but it's going to be great. Everybody living in that apartment complex that Vince is at for like a week is just going to see like doll's legs hanging out of the dumpster.
Yeah, the police logs in the local newspaper are going to have a lot of reports of body parts
coming in.
Yeah, they're going to be busy.
Brad's going to help him put it in the dumpster, and they're just going to slide it in the side door like the apartment dumpsters have, like the little side one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Brad's going to go out later, and it's just going to be Amber's ass like bent over out of that side door hole, and he's going to sit there fucking it.
There's a step ladder next to it.
My favorite pet theory is that he was using a silicone lube and she has a silicone pussy and it fused together.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be funny. I looked up I found the video where he talks about the 10 upsides to having a sex doll, and one of them is that you can use lube.
Yeah.
Not that you can't use lube on a human.
Yeah.
But I looked at the lube when he holds it up, and I typed it in, and it was water-based. But it is possible that he ran out of that and then got a silicone-based lube, and I don't know if he has multiple ones or...
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. I was like on the Spencer's website looking at lube.
Man,
I do
to find out if how this guy ruined his sex doll.
I really like the idea of, because like Brad doesn't drive, right? And Vinny has to drive him back and forth. So Brad helps Vinny carry the corpse to the trash, and they dump it in the trash. And then Brad goes out there later and puts it in like a big duffel bag, but he doesn't have duffel bags. He just has like grocery bags. He like covers it in grocery bags and like tries to sneak it into Vinny's car when he drives him home. And then tries to sneak it up to his
They keep going back to the burial like Goodfellas.
that would be so good. God damn.
That's best case scenario is Brad takes the body out of the trash.
I found the Jake Shields Melanie Mac interaction, if you guys were curious.
Yeah.
Jake Shields is saying, if you're sleeping with lots of women, they will all fight for your attention and try to convince you to only sleep with them.
So true.
If you're sleeping with no women, they will look at you with disgust and call you an incel.
So true.
This is the biological reality.
True.
Melanie Mac says, I don't want no promiscuous manho incapable of emotional connection. Leave him for the streets. It's only promiscuous women who are attracted to promiscuous men. They can have each other. And my new favorite Melanie Mac reply guy, Mocktack.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
That guy, he's so cool. He's right there saying, I'd rather have a beautiful Christian woman that I can spend the rest of my life on this earth with. I just pray that the Lord reveal to me who that woman is, and pray that when I find, we will honor him through the relationship and give him glory. Motak had one of my favorite Melanie Mac replies yesterday. She posted a picture of a flower.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was like outside playing IRL Harvest Moon.
Yeah,
Gamer girl.
Grass.
Yep. And he's like, just as beautiful as you are, and then sends a follow-up tweet. Sorry if I keep saying you're beautiful and gorgeous and pretty and everything. I just can't think of too much else to say. Hope it's not getting annoying.
It's so fucked up. I was looking at that guy's posts, and I searched his posts way back, and he's been at this shit for like 8 years. And before, he was doing this with Christina Grimmie.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure who Christina Grimmie was, and I had to look it up. And she was on The Voice.
I remember this one. We talked about it on an episode recently. We were talking about the Pulse shooting.
Yes.
Oh, I guess I didn't connect it.
Yeah.
I remember
because
I
flew
heard her
out.
name.
Yeah, I flew out of Orlando the morning of the Pulse shooting, and then the Christina Grimmie stuff happened, and that boy got eaten by the alligator.
Yeah,
all at the same time.
That was all like the same week. Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But that guy was. I was wondering, like, so he was doing this stuff with Christina Grimmie, and now he doesn't talk about her anymore. Why is that? And then I found out that it's because she got murdered with a gun by one of these guys, one of these type of guys who's like a weird incel guy who replies to a female pop star all day and says, "I love you, you're so beautiful," and then just like decides that if I can't have her, nobody can, and just shot her.
Bro,
and I also looked up a picture of her, and she kind of looks like Melanie Mac, which doesn't make me feel great.
Yep.
Mock tags, like, is it okay if I have a crush on @Melanie Mac tags her? Because I do. Hope you don't think I'm a weirdo or anything, even though I kind of am.
I imagine Steven TV just like squeezing his phone until like it's Naz reading that. She's like, you are not allowed to do that. She can be your
that
friend.
That guy's just uncouth. He's got to like.
Yeah, that Mock Tag's gonna wake up one day all tied up, and Drew Leach is gonna be in his face like, and be like,
he's all tied up in.
You're tied up with the oxygen cord.
But he has the saw voice. He's like, I told you not to fuck with Melanie. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, Mock Tech. Okay, Mock Tech. I told you not to.
I love the idea that he's Darth Vader.
Sorry I tied you up. Anyway, I'll be back if you figure out the end of the game. Okay. Anyway, have a good time figuring out the game.
It's fun to picture him as an evil genius.
There's another Mock Tack thing where he's like, I've been able to get down on my knees here lately to pray. It would hurt before, but it doesn't hurt anymore. God has blessed me to humble myself down and pray on my knees again. Thank you, Lord. Which made me like really depressed because either he's got like really fucking bunged up knees from some tragedy or he's like a massive fat guy. Then you scroll the timeline and like it's just Melanie Mac Christian shit, and then it's just like lots of transphobic retweets.
Yeah,
so fuck them.
All these guys you can say fuck them.
They hate
evil.
trans people for some reason. They all live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Shouldn't they be trying to maximize all their possibilities and be into just everyone? You know.
I do like when DL gets like accidentally woke because Melanie Mac like retweet or like quote tweeted an article from the Babylon Bee about like I think it was Dylan playing what was it?
Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney replacing Lara Croft in the next Tomb Raider. And Melanie Mac, of course, was like, well, I wouldn't buy that. But it's too funny. It could happen. And DL was just like, I don't know if she'll be a great person to play the role of Lara Croft in the new character in new Tomb Raider game, but I guess we have to wait and see how she does in the new Tomb Raider game. Anyways, have a great day and have a great week, Melanie. Like, just gendering her correctly.
He's so cool. Aaron, can you find DL's reply to AR-15's April Fool's joke?
That was such a good.
That was my post of the week, man.
AR-15's April Fool's joke was that I got a date, and then DL replied like, "Oh, that's a great joke, Andrew. That's very funny. You had us all laughing."
Yeah, us all laughing. You got the whole squad laughing, bro. Like he did that. You got the whole squad laughing with the fucking no smile face. Like, but actually, it's so good.
But I do like when Melanie is like, I just need a man who's loyal, loves God, and just cares for women. And you just see all these guys are just like putting on a tie over their Superman shirt and then like tightening it up and just being like, Melanie, I sure hope you find him. I sure hope he watches your stream and gives you $200 a week.
Something I noticed too, that since Tom pointed out, since what's his face, Sega Nerd posted his like his senior pictures, like, here's me in high school. I was 360 pounds or whatever, by the way. Those guys, they do something that I love, something that happens when a girl comes around the community. When guys start posting themselves like their absolute worst when no one asks, like, hey, check out how fucking bad I used to look. I mean, I might look like shit now, but look how bad it could get. Not bad, huh? Like, that's what they're doing. It's so weird.
They're trying to impress the girl.
Andrew, that's a great joke right there. You got us all. Hope you have a great blessed day today at home, and hope you enjoy the sunshine and warm weather today too. Anyway, have a great day, Andrew. I can't hate DL. He's the man.
Oh yeah, we stand DL on this podcast.
Yeah, we have a little hug.
Anything he says, he doesn't even say anything hateful, and I don't think he's capable of having a thought like that anyway. He's just like, bah, 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 bah. Yeah, I agree. But
he does this really funny thing too. He recently got blocked by some Trump-loving woman because she was tweeting about Trump, and then like he, in her replies, did his thing where he types a whole paragraph and then tagged Donald Trump, and the lady was like, don't tag official accounts in my posts. Yeah. And then he was like, I'm so sorry for doing that. I apologize. Can you forgive me for doing that? And then she was like, just don't delete the tweet. And he was like, I'm so sorry that you're so upset at me. I apologize again. I don't know why you're upset at me. I won't do it again. Okay. And like it went on and on and on, and he finally deleted it. And then she made a new post, and it totally random, like whatever, unrelated. And he went into the replies like, are you still upset at me? And I'm so sorry for upsetting you the other day. I hope you're going to find one day to forgive me. And then this other guy joined and was like, shut up. She just doesn't want to be bothered by you. And the lady was like, yeah, I don't want to be bothered by you. And he was just like, I'm so sorry. Once again, I apologize. I hope you're still not mad at me.
Showing up at her house. I'm so sorry.
And then he got blocked, and the other guy replied to the lady, and DL replied, I can't see who you're replying to. I'm just unaware of anything happening.
God damn.
Why is she even mad about him tagging Donald Trump? Donald Trump's not even on Twitter.
Yeah, he's on Truth Social. He's in jail with
it's
Bubba.
One thing if like that lady was like afraid of someone tagging the FBI or CIA, but it's Donald Trump. That's the guy you like.
No, I think it's more like it's probably one of those boomers that has weird like algorithm theories, like don't tag official accounts or it'll get my posts muted or shadow banned or whatever. Like it's probably something like that.
Yeah, some sort of urban legend.
I might start joining those groups and just start making shit up with infographic stuff. Be like, you got to put .009 at the end of all your posts to get boosted. See how many dipshits
It has to be all caps. It gets boosted if it's all caps.
Hey, there's been some really annoying guys on weird Twitter for a long time that think that's a way to get your post boosted.
Yeah, there was all caps, bro.
Yeah, that guy's normal.
Very normal.
I always saw that guy with like the most. He's one of those guys that has like 810,000 tweets, and they all have like two 2 faves at the most, or just 0. And then anytime I ever saw him or like remembered him again, he was fucking complaining about Chapo and calling Will Menaker Jewish or not Jewish or whatever. I'm not sure. And
one of the two.
Saying some bad shit about hurtful shit about Virgil. I don't know.
Yeah, they called him Asian.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
I will say, I think we're gonna have a new Mrs. Sega Nerd situation on our hands.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Let him cook.
He was talking to AR and was like, "Oh, this girl, she's applying for a job at a salon, and she said she needed a guinea pig to cut her hair, and so I volunteered, and then I bought her dinner afterwards, and she's really hot, but whatever happens happens."
He's so cool. Like, what a cool
He's
lie.
he just can't stop lying.
So this big
loves lying.
This big titted beautician needed a guinea pig and said, "Hey, honey, you want to sit in the chair?"
Also, she's into anime.
Oh yeah,
believe
course.
it or not. And then I do love he posted pictures of like, "I'm taking a walk. It's beautiful out there," and you can clearly see that like he's like not allowed outside of leash distance from his house, because it's all just like a big circle around his house. Like they have an electric collar on him.
Taking a walk.
They're like, "No, Justin, you gotta stay in. You can't go out there.
Do your business and come back inside.
Get some sun, but otherwise, no. Come
Man,
back home."
There was a post he made where he was on a dating site. He was on Tinder or something, and he was talking to a woman, and he said, like, "Do you like anime?" And she said, "Yeah, I like anime. I was watching My Hero Academia." And then he sent a Melanie Mac video about something completely unrelated to her. And it's like, that's why these guys have to make up a girlfriend, because they go on the dating apps and they talk to a woman, and the woman's like, "Hey, how are you?" And they're like, "Have you heard of Melanie Mac? She only eats meat."
Have you heard of my girlfriend?
Yeah, she's this woman I reply to all day, and you're not as hot as she is, but
so cool.
If you could suck my smelly little pecker, that would be awesome.
Seriously, suck my lingle.
My stinky little red
And
rocket.
you know what's
my lingle.
It's fucked. It's fucked because it works. It works every time for
Yeah.
them. These guys are just rolling in pussy.
Yeah, they get sucked.
It's so cool how he meets girls all the time that have 1 letter difference from his real life friends that look the same.
Real life
And
girls.
that
see
random
friends.
woman who lived in his town, and
She wasn't quite random. It was like a family friend's daughter, which is even better. 'Cause she's,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like someone that he met at something.
that's so cool.
He knew of
He just
her.
took her pics and like, it's so fucked up
they were
to do.
Facebook friends, but it was like they both had
Yes.
1,000 friends, so it doesn't really matter. It's one of those
Yeah.
situations.
He's friending, like if you go to his Facebook page, it's just all women, right? Like that's just what he wants to do. It's just one of those
That's
guys.
his backup plan for dating, is friending every woman in his town.
I mean, it's how Tom and I became friends. But something I like to do on Facebook is go into those mega friends lists like that. And if I want to look at stupid kids' names, I go to some dumb guys' friend list and look at all the women. And if I want to look at dumb guys, I go to some dipshit looking lady and look at her friends list of all the dipshit guys.
Absolutely.
And it's awesome. You gotta swap it like that though, so you get a nice bunch of both.
Mm-hmm. It's very easy to
unless
sort
you
of
find a good
find
tongue
those
guy
guys.
that has a good mix of both. Tongue guys,
But it's just
tongue guys
easy to
also
find.
usually just have like women named Brian Linda times 5,000.
You just have to find like some woman who looks like, okay, she just works at like a B-dubs would be a great place for her to be at.
Yeah.
And you're gonna find 100 guys
Yeah.
like Sega Nerd, just all trying to friend her. Just be like, this is the hottest woman.
She's the
in my
hottest.
like 300 person town.
The hottest woman between 46 and 51 in Sturgis.
Looking up someone's name tag on Facebook when you get them as your waitress.
Ooh, one of my favorite ones like that is one that looks like Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife, and she's a stripper in West Virginia. Her friends list is
Ooh.
crazy. Imagine being like, can I add you on Facebook to a stripper in West Virginia off the freeway? Holy schmoly. And she's like, yeah, hell yeah. And then
I
I
think a lot of
then
those
I get to
guys,
look
like-
at those guys. It's so cool.
Honestly, yes.
That was where I got the header. The fucking I didn't put it as my header yet, but I'm going to because the Ninja one's outdated. But it's just like the fucking like two $20 bills and like 31 spread
Ugh,
across
God,
like a
it's so
hotel
good.
counter. It's so nasty.
It's such a me
My blowjob
post.
money.
Just put in like $43. Be like, I got money.
I think there should be a fake stripper that has like a camera in her tit, so you can, and it just streams what's going on, so you can see all the guys.
Yeah, man. That'd be awesome.
Like no nudity. It can be on Twitch, but it just has to be like pour some sugar on me playing in the background, and then a bunch of like sad drunk guys holding up $1 bills.
Bro, I don't even think strip clubs are sad. I just think like depending on where it is and the time of day and the time of week, it could definitely be sad.
Yeah, it's like sad is it depends on
you mean, though. I know what you mean. And
It's relative.
it might not be sad for them at the time.
no, it's like the fucking Joe Pastore, that guy I follow that looks like one of the coffee aliens from Men in Black. He's this Long Island photographer. He's obsessed with porn stars, but in a way that like baseball card guys are obsessed with baseball players. Like he goes to the cons and he pays for the VIP where he gets to like hold their ass for a pic and stuff, but he's still very like respectful. It's crazy.
Yeah, those guys rock.
But he's hilarious because like four or five times a day he's like, Lily Lavender turns 31 today. Let's all wish her a happy birthday. And he posts like fucking 8 of her DVDs he owns. I'm like, damn, this guy's fucking crazy.
That's awesome. He's being respectful.
Yeah, he's like Bandcamp Friday for anal. It's awesome.
But it's nice to see those guys that support those women.
Friday.
And you're just like, all right, like he's buying all their shit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, they love him because he's just like nice and respectful. And
fascinating man to me because it's so far away from who I am. But I'd love to look at it. It's like
that's the beauty of it.
Good for him.
It's what's her face in her Angels.
Annalise.
Charlie.
I called her Luna, but it's not it.
It's what, Annalise?
Anastasia, sorry.
Anastasia and her
Angels.
Angels.
That motherfucker.
That's my favorite.
That motherfucker must have sold a Silicon Valley company. Because he has like 60 grand worth of dolls just like in his pictures that we see.
Just his dolls. He has 16, if not more.
Yeah, and those are the
Iron Tech 166.
Yeah, those things are so fucking expensive.
I'm looking at it now. I didn't just pull that off on the top of my head.
Okay. I was hoping Tom wasn't even looking at it. He's like, yeah, that's an Iron Tech 166. No,
I didn't know it was Iron Tech off the top of my head, but I didn't know the brand.
You know, companies like that can't just sell the ass and pussy, like they sell the head separately, because guys would only buy that. They had a bunch of Brads saving up like $310
there's the fucking
buying the ass.
The 40 pounds of ass and pussy or whatever.
Oh, you got one?
Remember that classic image?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying like Iron Tech can't because it's too much of a. They would have a backcourt on ass and pussies because Brad type cheapos are only buying that. Like, no, I want the good shit, but I want everything.
It's like how when you make a ghost gun, there are certain parts that you can't get. You can get most of it, but you have to get the pins and drill it yourself. Like the pussy,
yeah, my sextile's got 2 assholes. It was on clearance.
That's the equivalent of like the rails or something.
I got followed a while ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago now, by like a sex doll company, and I looked them up and they were legit, and so I DM'd them. I was like, "Hey, do you sponsor Twitch streams?" And they were like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, like, do you sponsor Twitch streams?"
They probably looked at me like, "They won't let us sponsor you."
Yeah, probably. But I was just like, "Hey, do you send out samples? Can we get sex dolls sent out?"
They probably clicked on our stream. We're playing Fortnite. They're like, "Nah, we don't want to sell fucking sex dolls."
I don't need the whole thing, but if you could just give me like the head, so I could put it on a shelf.
But
that would be awesome.
But now it would be great to send one to Chet. But you know, at the time I was like, it'd be really funny to have just like at my apartment, I get like the shipment of like 5 5-foot boxes.
Oh my god!
And I'm just my sex doll.
I'm sampling them. Sampling the sex dolls like crumble cookies.
I just wanted
it's
to
the
do
classic Chet thing. Like, did I order this sex doll?
I know. That's what's gonna happen.
The high-end ones, they come in a wooden box, and they look like a coffin. It looks like an old-timey coffin, like in the Old West.
Oh yeah, the kind you gotta open the crowbar.
Very weird.
It is. I love it.
Anything that you still have to, any box, I think everything should still come in wooden boxes that you gotta open the crowbar and there's hay inside of it, the straw.
And I do like, so you get those and it's like they're delivering Dracula, and then on the side of it, it's like says the company too. And so you have these 2 delivery guys, because there was a guy recently I followed who had one delivered, and like they brought it into his house and then he opened it, but like on the side it just says like real love dolls.
Man,
you carrying that into a guy's house and you're just like, man, I don't
can't give me the nondescript. The box costs extra to get that covered or what? Shit.
Iron Tech is a better name.
Iron Tech is a great name,
because that could be anything. Maybe it's like a golf iron.
Yeah. Oh, he's buying some like power tools.
He's into smelting.
Oh yeah, he was smelting that doll pussy, roasting the back.
Dude, you watch Fire
Crafts
silicon
Iron
lube.
He's big into forged in fire.
He's crazy though, because he'll drive to the fucking Golden Gate Bridge and take one of his sex dolls, and just pose it right there, right off the highway. and take pictures.
He'll drive with like 4 of them in his car.
Yeah, and they'll
He's
be
so
topless
fucking
and
dope.
shit and fingering
Yeah.
each other.
Carpool lane.
I love him so much.
Oh.
He's got so much fucking money.
I hit my brakes too hard and they stopped fingering each other. Hold on, I gotta.
Yeah, that's one of the better outcomes for a guy like that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be good if it was real
He
women.
clearly pays zero attention to whatever company he owns, and he probably just gives out his workers like, "Yeah, do whatever you want. I'm taking my dolls,
And you would think too,
taking the
like
girls out to the mountains this weekend."
you kind of associate some of these like sex doll guys with like people like Vince or people who are just sort of like off or they look weird. But like if he posts pictures of himself occasionally, and he's a good looking guy. He's like got salt and pepper like hair and beard, and he's like relatively fit, and he just wants to have sex with like 18 different sex.
He just loves the dolls.
I've also seen him like in 5 or 6 different very nice cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's super fucking rich.
Clearly has money. Clearly has like a house in San Francisco.
I want to be his
has
Brad.
all this shit, and it's just like, damn. Yeah,
Do
right.
you need a Brad, bro?
He's like,
what
would
do you
never
mean?
know.
Let me explain.
You're his limo driver.
Me showing up to his house wearing my Red Wings pajamas with my Red Wings sheets and pillowcase. Hey man,
that's so funny to ask to be someone's Brad, where they just drive you around.
Yeah,
you don't provide any service; they have to come pick you up.
You're the limo passenger.
I'm your chauffeur. I'm your passenger seat chauffeur.
I'm your chauffeur.
I'm your chauffeur.
Bro, I could be your guard body.
Yo, can you Uber me? What?
Bro, I could be your chauffeur if you Uber me.
Can I call you one? No. No, you have no. I want you to Uber me.
Oh
You
yeah,
gotta
no,
pick me up.
I would be that guy's chauffeur. I'd call any Uber Black he needed on his phone. I can't pay for it, but I would let him. I would put his card on my phone and call any car he needed. I'm your chauffeur, dude. So funny.
You're that guy's limo driver, and he gets out of the car to go to a restaurant, and you've got all the dolls in the back, and you just jump over the back of the seat.
In a crazy turn of events, Brad becomes that guy's Brad, and he's like, "Oh, I can't drive." He's like, "That's fine. We'll take the Tesla today." Puts Brad in the front seat, and Brad's just mimicking driving the whole time, like his hands are in front of the wheel.
He keeps looking over like he's trying to figure out what to do.
He has a toy wheel like Maggie.
They look at each other. Dun, dun, dun. Oh man, do you think I could take one of the Iron Tech ass and pussies home? Brad, you can take the whole doll home. What?
It's like, what the fuck?
What?
You're so much better than my last
He's
friend.
awesome. The last guy is a pussy sealed show. I couldn't even fuck him when he was at work anymore.
It hurt so bad.
I think Brad would be a good test driver for the auto driving
crash test dummy?
Tesla stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because like, if he crashes, it's
Just drawing some of those white circles with the black crosses on it around his head and putting them in the car. Go hit that wall.
You would have a lot of fun just telling it to go to different stores and stuff.
Kaj Ramsey would look like one of those guys who painted them. All right, this is Kaj Ramsey for YouTube car crashes.
He's got that head shape.
It would be very hard to injure Kaj Ramsey's brain.
This is Kaj Ramsey for
yeah, his skull's so
JD
thick.
Power safety ratings.
He has like a triceratops skull. You can never get at that thing.
You could just work on it for the longest time. And
If you were a saber-toothed tiger, it would take you forever to get the juices out.
Oh, what's up? This is Kaj Ramsey. I look like a brontosaurus head put on a human.
those dinosaurs that like they show them ramming their heads together.
Yeah.
He's evolved from them. He's not human. He's a lizard.
I wish Kaj would start posting like Ben Hughes, where he's like, "This is a mega apatosaur. I wish it could be de-extinction." Puts the sad
It needs to
face
be
in the heart, the broken heart.
My friend Eeyore.
I feel so bad for Ben Hughes. I mean, I don't, because he's very happy drawing the women of The Simpsons all day.
Oh yeah.
But he has legit depression about extinct Cretaceous period creatures.
Well, those things were bastards. I hate those
He doesn't
things.
know.
But
They,
they
would,
look
they
so
wouldn't
cool.
like you. They would step on you.
He wants like the Jumanji type wasps to come back, and no, we don't need those.
We
Those
don't,
are
but I
murder,
get it.
murder hornet. Those are
I would
African-ass
fucking kill
bees.
myself if I was in Jumanji.
Oh,
Not me.
If I fell into that
I'd
book,
win.
I would immediately
He's such
fucking
a
kill
pussy,
myself.
dude.
Yeah, dude, I'd win, dude. Come on.
If I heard the sound of elephants in the background in the distance, if I heard some faint rumbling, I would just fucking kill myself with a flintlock pistol.
Unironically, I'm so bad at board games. I would lose in Jumanji before anything cool happens. I would just be out. I'd just be sitting there like, oh, nothing
Flipping the board.
nothing cool happened for my turn because I lost too quick. Oh, that would suck.
You got the Alex card.
I
and you
hated the
killed yourself
mosquitoes.
immediately.
I hated the mosquitoes on that movie that were fucking poking through the cop car roof. That was
Oh
the
yeah, that was
scariest.
scary. It was scary to think that existed. And then guess what? 2020 came. Damn murder hornets.
Damn well better did. Yeah. Damn shit
murder
did.
hornets. People got murdered.
When I went to Louisiana, I realized they have the same bugs as us, just fucking massive and just crazy huge versions of it. Like grasshoppers are 4 inches long, etc.
That's no big a grasshopper.
Beetles, you know how big June bugs are? They're bigger there. Anyone from Louisiana can back me up here. Got big bugs down south.
They got July bugs down there.
Yo!
Don't they call them May bugs as well somewhere? May beetles or something?
Well, there's mayflies, so it would get confusing.
May does fly quick.
Yeah, it goes by so quick. It's very sad.
Yeah, when school's out.
I'm dreading it.
I have nostalgia for May already. It hasn't even happened.
I have nostalgia for last year.
I have forward nostalgia syndrome. FNS. Sucks. Fucking sucks. I'm looking at this.
So I have a reading series that I wanted to do.
Please.
Yeah. I have one too. We can do a double reading series. Mine's like seasonal too.
Proceed.
So. But you go first, Alex.
So this, hold on, let me pull it up again. So this is a All That Bugs blog from Jack Scalfani, our friend, and it's from 2008, and it's called Do Not Go on a Carnival Cruise. My wife wanted to celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary, so she booked us on the 4-day Ensenada, Mexico. Well, he didn't finish his sentence. That was just to see if we wanted to do a 7-day cruise next year. We arrived at the Carnival Cruise parking lot in Long Beach, California.
Wait. How long is he doing this cruise for? This little trial?
3 years.
Well, that's such a stupid. Just do the week, man.
Yeah, for
Fuck
4
it.
days as a test run for 7 days.
Ugh.
So
okay,
weird.
Continue.
We stood in one line for 30 minutes to find out we could either check our luggage in with the lady and we would have to wait about 2 hours for it to arrive in our rooms, or we could... It gets better later. The best part of the whole cruise is about to begin. The part where I get to eat. If you have seen me, you will know that is my favorite thing to do. Not as much now that I am diabetic, but still a lot of fun after an hour and a half in lines. I find out they only have hamburgers and hot dogs available. No salad bar, no vegetables, no fruit, just hamburgers and hot dogs. I can't eat that. Oh well, I will cheat today and tomorrow I will eat healthy. We get back to our room exhausted and full. I am just starting to relax my head and drift off to sleep when the captain now asks us to get out of our rooms, report to the nightclub with our life vests so that we can do the lifeboat drill. How exciting is this? My first minute of rest, and I am running to a club with a flashing orange life jacket acting like the ship is sinking. We haven't even left the dock yet. Scene change. I am now crunched in with about 100 people on deck in front of a lifeboat waiting for the rest of the boat to follow directions so we can go back to our cracker box rooms.
Man, imagine Jack next to you as you're waiting for that going...
This is ridiculous.
Pitching nonstop.
It sounds like he's going to sleep at like 3 p.m.
This is so ridiculous. Fucking awful.
I had no luck getting back to sleep. Why are you even on vacation if you want to sleep the whole afternoon? So we decide to sign up for some events. We go to the information desk and there are 30 people in line. Not cool. We decided to come back that night when it was a little calmer. So we came back that night and there were only 30 people in line. Much better. Here is where the fun begins. We go to play bingo. And so Jack is 53 now, and this was 15 years ago. So he would have been 38.
God.
So he would have been. That's so fucked up. He was in his 30s going on a cruise. Why would you ever do this?
5 years older than me, and he's like bitching like he's 60.
Callie was made on that cruise.
That's so crazy. It takes them 20 minutes to hand out bingo cards, and they still haven't reached my wife and me. So we decide to just do scratchers and get the heck out of there. We can submit losing scratchers for a drawing and win a bottle of champagne. So we buy 30 scratchers. We go to the back of the room and scratch while they play one game of bingo. The game only lasted 5 minutes. Now I am running our losing tickets to the front of the room so I can get them into the bucket for the drawing. As I am dropping my tickets into the bucket, the MC reaches in and pulls a ticket. He pulled the ticket before my tickets had even entered to bucket. I was standing right in front of him. No last call tickets. No waiting for the fat Italian guy running to the bucket or the 5 people he knocked over getting to the bucket. Guess what? You guessed it. I didn't win champagne. It's so funny. Every time he says running,
yeah,
it's something that a normal person would describe as walking, but he's like
running. It's so good.
So I asked the MC about cashing in my winning tickets. He said to wait until the next round of bingo. I go back to Tammy and tell her that they will pay us on the next round of bingo. Tammy points to the MC leaving the room, and now bingo is over. What? Let's review. It took 20 minutes to hand out cards, one game of bingo that lasted 5 minutes, no last call for losing scratchers, no payout for winning tickets until the next round, and I find out the next round is tomorrow.
It is funny to play one round of bingo in a room of like 100 people.
What do you need the money for right now? Isn't everything covered?
No, he wants.
Why do you need the winnings
champagne
tonight?
Yeah, he wants the champagne.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just
I
wants
guess.
to bitch.
Like,
Don't they give you champagne?
Bro,
No.
He's one of those guys
No.
that something is free, quote unquote, and it's a fucking quest item he needs to get or he can't sleep.
It depends on the cruise, I think. Like, I've only been on one, and actually, I made fun of him. It was a 2-day cruise, but it was like a music cruise thing.
2-day cruise.
And it was from
The Weezer
Stockholm
cruise.
to Helsinki. So there is like you're on the boat, but then you're trapped. And so
Aaron's
like
on the dudes in cruise. Bam.
the ticket for like the cruise was like relatively cheap, but then you're forced to spend like 50 euros on a buffet dinner.
Yeah.
So they really like I had a homie there that was from Romania, so he's like pretty poor, and it was like everything he could do to like just get on the cruise. And I went to a sit down meal, and he just took all of the like free bread and like stored it in his coat pockets and like ate that for the next day. I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
why
I can
not?
buy you a sandwich if you want. It's cool.
You should actually need to give him some meat and cheese.
Yeah.
So let's jump to Tuesday night at 4:30 p.m. I am
Wow.
ready for an early dinner. Oh, you've been working out?
Yeah.
I go up to Lido Deck to get food. OMG, you would not believe the spread they had that night. It was hamburgers and hot dogs again. I now proceed to yell at the head guy on Lido Deck at the top of my voice. I cannot believe I am being fed this crap. I could eat better at McDonald's across the street from my house. I did not pay $1,000 for this piece of crap ship ride. You guys are the worst
Ship
cruise
ride.
line ever.
Fuck.
Ship ride.
Ship
Not
ride.
that I had been on another one, but who cares? I was mad.
That
At
didn't
this
happen.
point- Yeah, he didn't say that.
No.
At this point, I am praying for the ship to sink.
Everyone starts clapping.
The
Please, I hope this sinks.
The next night, I waited in line for 25 minutes for food. My hands are shaking due to my sugar dropping like my stock in Sirius satellite radio. 38 years old, by the way. I finally get up to where the food is, and they tell me they ran out of food. They said they were sorry, but this is now only the soup line. They said I would have to go to the other side Lido Deck and wait in that line for food. You can't even imagine how loud I yelled that night. I yelled at anyone wearing a Carnival Cruise name badge, even though most of them didn't speak English. That's all
Oh.
caps.
Of course.
So obviously he read the schedule wrong. He got lost. This is not how the food thing works. There would be riots if it was like this. He's lazy.
Dude, was he on the Firefest cruise, folks?
Oh.
They probably only
I
offer him
had to-
hot dogs and hamburgers because of how he looks.
Yeah. I had to go up to my room and order room service just to get a salad. I was chowing on the chocolates on my pillow just to keep myself from cardiac arrest.
Okay, brother.
You are chowing on chocolates to avoid a heart attack? You medically needed candy. Okay.
Yeah, he's diabetic.
Room
His blood
service
sugars
took
were low.
45
true.
minutes to get me a salad and a pastrami sandwich. Here's what they brought me. And it's a picture of a pastrami sandwich with some chips and pickles. My wife ordered the chicken wrap. It was so small you couldn't even call it finger food. It was smaller than a finger. Look at this garbage. And that's definitely bigger than a finger. It's on like a hotel stool. It's like a normal wrap. I don't know what you want, man. It's probably like 800 calories. This was just the first of 2 days of the worst cruise anyone has ever taken. Have you ever heard of the Titanic? I filed 3 complaints on the boat and 2 after I got off, and no one has called me back. I told them I want my money back. We are still fighting for this. It ought to be a good one. Are you serious, man? You can't get a refund because you didn't like the food selection.
Hey, more like the carnivore cruise with that spread. Huh?
No.
Mhm.
How about that?
I called guest. So first update. I called guest relations about my 3 filed complaints on the boat and my 1 filed complaint off the boat. The lady told me a supervisor would call me today. Well, they have not called. Next day, I called guest relations again. 4:30 p.m. Pacific. They are closed. How convenient. This is going to be a long fight. I hope they come to their senses and just refund my money. I'm guessing they will offer me a free trip. That's not happening. Next day. I get a wonderful letter from Carnival Cruise Lines. Wait until you read this. People said they would offer me a free trip over my dead body. Some said to fight all the way to a full refund over their dead body. Here's the letter they sent me. What an insult of a letter. So that's a 404. I can't see that. Next day. Not the best date to be doing anything, but I need to get a full refund. And this is on 9/11/08. So I guess the 7-year anniversary, you were supposed to like treat it like the Sabbath and not go out and make phone calls.
That's true.
I spoke to guest relations again, and they apologized that $50 on my next cruise is the only thing they can offer me. I told them that they couldn't pay me enough money to step foot on your boat. Now I am holding for a supervisor again. I guarantee she will return stating that they're busy and the supervisor will call me back. The same story they gave me last time. I call. Waiting. This call has been 8 minutes long already. Waiting. Still on hold. This call is now 10 minutes long. Waiting. She came back to tell me she is talking to her supervisor and she will transfer me in a moment.
Poor Jack.
They obviously are preparing their arguments. Waiting. 14 minutes. 17 minutes.
Waiting.
Shelly comes on the phone to tell me they can't give me a refund, but they can offer me 15% off my next cruise, which I have no plans on taking. So I get off the phone after speaking with Shelly for about 45 minutes, and she truly was nice and understanding. I was quite surprised. She is going to speak with her supervisor, Carlos, and then she will call me back Monday or Tuesday.
She doesn't get paid enough, man.
No. Well, I know you're laughing by now. I just received a phone call from a Carnival Cruise Line salesperson trying to sell me another trip. It's Wednesday and no one has called me back from all my complaints, and now this guy is trying to sell me another trip. So I get on the phone and call Shelly. She says that Carnival understands my situation and is going to refund me a portion of my cruise. I am not going to post the amount, but I will say that it's enough for me to feel better about this trip. They did right by showing that they cared. They are sending me a refund check, and I want to thank Shelly and Carlos for their hard work.
Ooh.
So that's like a week and a half of
what a petulant little
like
baby.
8 hours a day on the phone to get like
just harassing
$700 back.
God. Well, he needed
it. He's such a bastard. He was 38. He was 38 when he wrote that. And him and his wife went on a cruise. It's fucking crazy.
He needs to have a job. He needs to be forced to work so he can do anything other than just bother everyone around him.
Yeah, like you have to
brainstorm.
Well, now he can't do anything.
Pre-hand though.
Yeah, like he could. You know what would perfect for him? Working dairy at a grocery store, because you're in the back. All you do is like just put the milk forward or stock the shelf, and like you don't have to be seen or see anybody.
Yeah, Tom, that's a great segue to my reading series, actually.
Oh, man.
So this is from Daily Hive, Dish section, and the title of the article is "Easter Eggnog at Canadian Stores Has Everyone Asking the Same Question." Okay. If the thought of sipping on a nice glass of eggnog evokes warm holiday feelings and the tunes of Christmas carols, it's time to adjust to your new reality. Easter eggnog is hitting the shelves of Canadian grocery stores, and the reaction has been mixed at best. A post on Facebook raised many eyebrows after someone spotted a 946 milliliter containers of eggnog featuring Easter-themed pastel colors and eggs at a Calgary grocery store. There's a picture of the eggnog. Okay, so then the rest of the article is people's replies under this Facebook post. Must have forgotten about the pallet in the back corner, one person quipped. Now, most can agree that eggnog is delicious, but many were asking the same question. Why is this happening, and who asked for it? Quote, I love eggnog, but something about Easter eggnog just bothers me, LOL, someone else wrote. Why? I love it, but why in April, LOL, said another. Others don't seem to mind the odd timing too much, however. Some even believe it to be a genius marketing ploy.
Oh.
If we have chocolate eggs at Easter time, I guess it makes sense we have eggnog. Why hasn't anyone thought of this before, one user questioned. I'm really surprised they haven't figured this out sooner. Eggnog's for Easter, which is all about eggs, cry laughing emoji. This isn't the first time the beverage has been introduced as an Easter drink. In 2015, eyebrows were raised when the chick-shaped marshmallow Peeps teamed up with an American dairy company to create a range of Easter drinks, including eggnog. Daily Hive reached out to Dairyland, the company producing the eggnog, but did not hear back in time of publishing.
Aww.
You can find the product in stores everywhere Dairyland is sold. Will you be buying Easter eggnog? Let us know in the comments. And this is written by a real human person. That wasn't like an AI-generated article. It's really funny to me to imagine like getting your degree and going to journalist school and like, okay, well, what's the article I have to shit out today? Well, there's a Facebook post about eggnog. I could take some anonymous Facebook comments and paste them in there. That'll do.
Yeah, so there's so little there.
Yeah,
That's
they're clearly
so
paid
cool.
by the word, so you have to include as much as possible.
And they're probably paid by the company too.
Well,
yeah, that would make
Oh,
sense
for
if it was
sure.
a sponsored article.
They're probably doing like an ad buy, so they have to
You
do
don't gotta
that,
pay
'cause
people.
otherwise,
Man.
why would
one
you
of those
write that?
cigar guys from Philly that I follow that I just love that they can't go a day without fucking having a cigar and posting their big fat hand holding it and their little cup of whiskey.
Their cigar fingers.
And be like, the end of a Monday. Nothing better. No. But one of them was like, he had fucking sugary dust all over his lap, and he's sitting in like his work truck, and he's like a UPS guy, I think, or something. And he's got the fucking Dr. Pepper Peeps on his lap. There's only like one of them left, and he's like, at Dr. Pepper plus at Peeps official, great combo. I'm like, you're such a bastard.
Fat guy approved.
Getting that all over your work truck.
Fat fucking bastard approved. If you, I tell you what, I ate the whole thing. That's so awesome. Go Birds.
It would be very funny to see the UPS guy pull up smoking a cigar.
Man.
I mean, that's a good point when you said go Birds. They should sell that shit like NFL should sponsor Peeps. Like every NFL team gets like their branded Peeps, and those guys can just go crazy buying.
They would do that.
The Eagles flavor, and they'll be like, "Oh, the Eagles flavor's better
Eagle
than
flavor,
the
the
Chiefs
best."
flavor."
But it has to be a bird. It can only be the bird.
No,
Also, the
you
Cardinals,
could
the
do
Seahawks,
lots of things.
the Bengals,
The Ravens.
dipshit. the
The
Bengals.
Bengals.
The
There's
Chiefs.
probably a Bengal bird. There's probably a Bengal parrot.
I doubt it, dude.
I bet there is. I bet there is.
It's probably called a tiger hawk.
But that's interesting.
Exotic
I mean, it makes
birds
sense.
of Bangladesh.
The Easter
You're
Bunny.
cheating.
The Easter Bunny is an Easter, and he's laying eggs. So why not have eggnog?
You said Bengal parrot. You didn't say exotic birds of Bangladesh. I know they have birds there.
Okay, Bengal parrot.
All right.
Let's see. Well, I guess
Well.
there's the Alexandrine parrot, which is it's from the Middle East. It came from the Punjab, and Alexander the Great brought it back. So I guess, well, it is in Bangladesh. It's in Bangladesh. It's part of the native range.
All right.
There's a parrot. Well, I guess it's a parakeet,
Oh,
also known as a
okay.
parrot. But
Uh-oh.
it's there. It's there.
All right. Not for long. I'm gonna let some.
The large Burmese parakeet.
I'm actually gonna bring the brown tree snake from Guam to Bangladesh to take care of those over the
No,
course of years to
dude,
make
I hate
myself
those
right.
things.
Actually, hey Alex, they're gone. They're all gone. So fucked up. Making a species go extinct to an argument. Elon Musk shit. Fuck.
It's too bad I missed that time where you could land on an island and put a bunch of pigs out and not even think about it and say, when we get back, we're going to have all the pigs to eat. And then you come back and the only species on the entire island is pigs. It's like, oh, yes, pigs!
Hey, the
Unlimited pigs!
That's like
The
going-
other animals turned into pigs.
It's like going to the Midway Atoll, and I hope you like eating birds. All we got. Oh, actually, they can use the brown tree snakes there. You let one snake go and come back like a year later, and it's just one big snake.
Yeah, it couldn't reproduce, it just ate all the birds.
It's just fucking fat. It's just laying there like, ugh.
So 50-foot snake.
It's bigger than the island, it's floating in the water.
And the tail's in the water.
Fuck, that'd be awesome. You
Well, then you could eat that snake.
You probably could.
guys ever eat snake?
Nah.
Can you
I've
eat
had-
I
brown
can't remember if I've
tree
had it or
snake?
not.
I think so.
You could definitely eat brown tree snake, but they're not gonna be good.
They've got some venom.
Yeah, my brother got bit by one, and his arm swelled up.
One of my coworkers is from Nigeria, and he was saying that when they were in like grade school, high school, or whatever, they'd like go out and kill snakes after school if they like got into their shit, and then just like roast them on a fire and eat them for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of
Damn.
salt.
They're really
yeah.
common bushmeat.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like restaurants on Twitter and all over like in Tanzania and shit where they have them on it looks like a big shish kebab over a pit.
That's barely even bushmeat.
No, that's like
Yeah, it's
that's
fine.
That's fish.
That's legitimate meat.
It's fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snakes are
Pretty
fish.
much.
It's like, yeah,
It's
like
no
an
different
eel.
than eel.
Yeah. Eel's great.
It is kind of gross that British people eat eel.
Eel is delicious.
It's just
Roasted
gross.
eel.
love
I've
eels.
only
So
had it in
fucking
like
good.
Japanese restaurants, I think.
Yeah, same.
Pretty good.
But it's so good.
Yeah, Aaron eats spotted dick every day.
Oh, shit.
Shut up!
It's his favorite.
Dude, you cannot say that.
Yep. Well,
Pretty good.
Dude, that's
next week we'll be revealing
my spotted dick's gonna burn. So
By the way, before we go, we lost the GeoGuessr tournament the other day, but one of my partners, one of the best players in the world, shout out Bad GeoGuessr, Bag. He's from Scotland, and he hopped on the call because our game got pushed too fast, and he's like, "Mate, I was scranning on a bagel." Hearing scranning like unironically is so good.
That's scran.
Scranning.
Is it scran or not? Next podcast.
Your radio is set on cruise control. Get set for another 45 minutes of non-stop rock and roll. At least 10 great rock songs back to back, guaranteed.